Okay, we're gonna save here. Then we're gonna equip the scythe coming up, and I'm gonna stop off at Muramasa. And here's my scythe. I'm gonna stop off at Muramasa and top off all of my weapons. You can see I've maxed out now at 30 arrows. Now its chest over to the left has a talisman of rebirth in it, or it's give me 50,000 in essence because I had a talisman in there. So there's 100,000 essence you can get from chests if you save your talisman through the Test of Valor. I opted to use it because I wanted to make the Test of Valor less stressful, and so I got 50,000 instead of 1,000 or 100,000. But that's okay because what I'm netting from this chapter is 207,000 essence. Pretty darn good if you ask me. So next up is a bunch of more chainsaw zombies. These guys I don't like fighting them. They're boring as heck. There's no variety to them. At least with the zombies in NGB, there was archers, there was maces, and there was axe zombies, and they all had slightly different attacks. So what I want to do is I'm going to get as far away from them as possible, jump over here, and then once they stop shooting at me, I'm going to start shooting off their arms their cannon arms with arrow UTs. Okay, here we go. Now the problem with this is the arrow UTs don't offer you iframes like regular UTs. So you gotta be careful. If they shoot at you, they're probably gonna hit you. I like being way up on these stairs here because I have an easy view of them. They still can hit you, but since they're so far away, their aim is worse, and you're far enough from them where you can dodge their cannonballs pretty easily. So I'm just gonna shoot off their arms until they stop spawning, and then I'm going to go and use scythe UTs to take care of them. Now why scythe UTs instead of Tonfa UTs? Because scythe UTs I can do them from a distance, and I want to keep as far away from these guys as possible because there's a lot of them that spawn from a distance. I don't have to get close and have a bunch of them start pelting me with cannonballs. Now one thing about scythe UTs that's a little bit different, it's not very powerful against these guys. 3 scythe UTs will take care of them. One thing a scythe UT does with fairly high frequency is it'll delimb them, and it usually delimbs their head. Okay, so that is an advantage. If their head is delimbed and gone, their aim with their cannonball sucks. The other thing is if you do arrow UT to delimb them and do a scythe UT, usually that will end up delimbing them. If you delimb 2 limbs, that'll kill them. So instead of doing 3 UTs, you can get by quicker with 2 UTs, or if you're going for karma, you can do 3+ UTs with other weapons. Now you see there his head's gone, and he shot a cannon at me and completely missed, and you would miss there, but I just dodged out of habit. Now I've cut out a lot of these guys being fought. I just want to show you how to take care of them. I think of them as 2 or 3 stages. Ones that spawn down here, ones that spawn on the first part of the steps, and the one that spawns on the winding part of the steps. So what you want to do is use the corners to your advantage. Now his head is gone. Right there, he hit me. Now it doesn't happen often. I usually just sit there and charge and let them fire at me because most of the times they're going to miss. Their aim stinks, just like that. He's firing at me. It's not even coming close to hitting me. So what you do is use the corners to your advantage. Get one in your range, get around the corner so the guy is still in your range, but no other zombies are spawning next to him, and you want to try to take these guys on one at a time. Okay, now there's another corner coming up. Just double checking nothing spawning behind me. Corner coming up, just inch forward till you see one. There's actually one right there, so I'm going to take care of his arm right there. That's gone. Now if you run out of arrows, you can always go to incendiary shurikens if you want. 1 incendiary shuriken will delimb them, 2 incendiary shurikens will kill them. Okay, now we're at part 3, we're at the windy part. And we're almost at the very end. You can see I've taken just a little bit of damage, not a big deal, but at the end of this I'm going to put in grain to replenish my health. It's not going to replenish it 100%, but at least I'll get it close. Okay, I believe that's the last guy. We're going to go collect his essence. I'm going to go up here, and since I'm using Ninja Cinema to record, and it's got that boss glitch where it does not record after you continue once, I'm going to go back down and save. But first I want to restock my arrows because I can. It will not trigger the boss fight until you go out into roughly the middle part of the area. So I'll replenish my arrows, run back, save. Now again I used a grain, so I'm going to pick up a grain, keep my items maxed out. And you can see my item, I've switched over to the Void Nippo because a Void Nimpo is very, very, very powerful against the next boss that's coming up. Okay, level 3 Void Nimpo is your friend for these guys. Level 3, two of the level 3 Void Nimpos will kill one dragon. So they're hard to hit with the Nimpo, so you gotta shoot it at the right time. Best time to shoot it is when they just start one of their fire-breathing attacks, and you use auto-aim, aim it directly at them. Now that death bomb attack I hate. It's just timing. You gotta get out of the way quick or use your dash for iframes. Okay, here comes another one. That's a laser attack. They don't sit still long enough for the laser attack to be very effective to use your Void Nimpo. Plus the camera is always sketchy, so you can have it aimed perfectly and the camera will adjust and mess up your aim. For these guys, for this fight, I like to use the camera and let the game move the camera around, because they'll try to keep both of the dragon bosses on the screen at the same time. For the dragon boss minions, I don't even worry about them. I just hold block. Their attacks don't do too much damage. When they break my guard, I just dash all the way. And so they don't really do too much damage, so I don't have to worry about them much. Okay, I put in an herb. We're about ready to take care of this boss. This last Nimpo will do it. He's gone. I'd like to thank you for watching. We'll see you in Chapter 10.